Boruto 2 Blue 40 chapter is here, and everything that is happening is insane. We start from where we left off. We see Code and Boruto with Sarada. Code said that he has been looking for Boruto and didn't expect to meet him so fast, and if this is the case, he should have come to Konoha sooner. Boruto orders Code to take out the monsters while he still can, and he will spare his life. Code is looking right at Boruto while Sarada is shocked. Code is looking at Boruto disgusted, and he proceeds to say that 2 years ago, didn't you run away from me without doing anything? You are telling me that you'll spare my life? Boruto politely saying to Code that he heard it and that if he understands, he should go, cause he won't get away with just his left eye. Code surprised that Boruto is coming here and laughing, he can't help it but laugh. Boruto starts saying to Sarada that there's a lot of people out there who didn't make it and she should go take care of that and leave Code to him. Sarada, worried, is asking Boruto if he's alright. Boruto said that they will talk later, first she needs to stay alive. Sarada is again a lot of shock seeing Boruto and the way he acts now. Then we switch to Shikadai, he's using shadow bind technique on the monsters while ch2 punches them. From above using a drone ball we see Inojin and Himawari saying incredible. ch2 gets discouraged saying that they're just numbers, they ain't much. From a monster comes another monster which catches ch2 off guard. Shikadai warned her and she is saved by Inojin using the drone bird. Inojin told her not to let her guard down, fat ass. ch2 shouts at him, thanking and saying that she isn't a fat ass. Right after that, the bird loses its balance and Himawari falls. A monster appears out of nowhere and tries to attack her. Shikadai sees something coming and Kawaki says, out of my way. Inojin took Himawari in his arms while Kawaki kicked the monster. But that wasn't enough, the monster stood up and now reunited Himawari is saying thank you big bro. Kawaki said to stop calling him that and he told her this many times. Shikadai interrupts this moment, saying that this monster is different, it's more like superior. Then the monster appeared behind Kawaki and took him on the ground. What is interesting is that the monster has a renegade. Everybody shouts worried Kawaki. He's struggling to escape from his hands. The monster wants to bite him, but Shikadai saved him using Shadow Possession Jutsu. Kawaki activates his karma and destroyed him. But is it in vain because the monsters regenerate? Shikadai worried said that there's no end to them and wonders how many of them are there. Kawaki doesn't care cause he will destroy every single one of them. Then we switch back to Boruto and Code. We see how Boruto is surrounded by the monsters. One of them is trying to attack Boruto and for the first time we see Boruto using his sword, cutting the monster like it's nothing. We see Code closely watching every action Boruto does. Then all the monsters start attacking Boruto all at once. He starts cutting every single one of them without using any ability, just his sword. Then they start looking at each other and Code realized that Boruto is not bluffing. Boruto told him to stop bringing the monster cause in no time he will have no one left. Code told him to not get too cocky just because he killed a few, there's plenty more of them out there. Besides, they're just tools for me. Boruto proceeds to say that he doesn't understand the true horrors of the Ten Tails. Code responds, what did you say? Then we switch again, but this time to Sarada. We see her using the Great Fireball technique on the monsters and using Shidori too. The shinobis are speechless at how good she is and wondering how she is again it. Sarada replied, it doesn't matter right, whatever I'm gaining or joining. While she talks, a monster appears behind her, trying to bite her, but is saved by a shinobi. He tries to escape but he can't. Now we see what the bites of the monsters do, and that is turning them into the tree. More of them are cuffed and turned into trees. Sarada is looking confused on what's happening, then we go back to Code and Boruto. Code said that he knows about the Ten Tails. They eat Otsutsuki, and the truth is they're just beasts that feeds on anyone and everyone on instinct until the time they find an Otsutsuki. Boruto replied that normally that might be true, but Code modified them. Boruto continues saying that there's still time. Code held the ropes to hold them and that he can annihilate them right now, otherwise they're headed for the worst future that everyone can imagine. Code doesn't understand what his point is, after all when the Ten Tails ate Otsutsuki he will become a divine tree and this plant is going to perish. After all, this is the objective he has. Boruto gives Code another chance to live in exchange for the place where Code hid Ten Tails' real body. Code asks if he has lost his mind. Boruto Code also said that he can kill Code easily if he wants to, and if he dies, at least say something important. Code doesn't believe what Boruto said and it will be the other way around. Boruto is saying that after all there is no saving for this idiot, and starting doing Rasengan. Code said to himself that he doesn't think I knew about it, and the chapter ends with Boruto doing a new Rasengan, the Rasengan Uzuhiko. Well guys, this chapter was insane and if you want us to continue, then you know what you have to do. Peace.